This is our last lesson of the year with our grade school, and they're going to start with their event warm-ups. And during the stretch, we'll have one coach do the stretch, and the second coach is going to be at the beam and pick one by one each student just to do one time the beam routine fully. And you're really going to focus on form, nice straight knees, pointed toes, chin up, abs engaged on the beam. Then after they finish the warm-up, they're going to have 2 circuits. So at the bars, they're going to do their bar routine. That's the first station. And then at the beam, over here, they're going to do their beam routine. That's the second station. And then we're going to come to the third station, and they're going to work on their straddle roll. So what they're going to do is they're going to sit in a straddle on top of the mat. Ask them to make sure they have straight knees and pointed toes in a sitting straddle. And they're going to roll back to straddle candlestick and roll up and roll back and roll up 3 times. And on the third one, backward roll and stretch up. And then they're going to do it again 3 times. This time they're going to stand up forwards. So 3 times and then backwards. Do it one more time, Brianna, and stand up forwards. So then they're going to do it forwards. They're going to go roll back and push, roll back and push, roll back and push all the way up. And they can keep going 3 times backwards, 3 times forward. So they can hopefully really work on having a nice straddle position. Over here on the bar, they're going to work on their pullovers again. So they're just going to bring their chin to the mat. They're going to put their toes on top of the trampoline, and they're going to try to kick their toes over. If you have a class that's really weak, you can just tell them to do modified chin-ups. And the hands and feet is another conditioning station. On the feet, they're going to do 10 sit-ups. Oh, actually, stop. So you're just going to tell them to put their feet on their feet and put their hands behind them and touch their toes with their hands 10 times. And then after they do that 10 times, they're going to come to the hands, and they're going to put their hands on the hands, and they're going to lay down on their belly. And they're going to try to bring their nose all the way down to the floor, and they're going to count to 30, stretching their shoulders, and then they can do 10 sit-ups again. Very nice. So in the front of the room, we have 3 stations. One station is a bridge over here. Nice bridge. The second station is going to be a partner conditioning. So there's going to be 2 partners holding onto the bar, and they're going to tap one foot at a time 10 times. And then they're going to put their toes on the floor and pick them up together, slap 5. Pick them up together, slap 5 10 times. And then they'll start again. So that's the P-bar station. And then the main station is their floor routine. And if there are any extra kids, they can sit on the frog spots and wait for their turns. So the main station over here is going to be the full floor routine with the coach. And remember that this is the main station, so someone should always be at it. If there's too few kids in the class, don't let them get stuck on the partner conditioning. Make sure that they keep doing they're working on their floor routine. Again, over here, you really want to work on form more than anything else so that it looks pretty. And if you have a class that's really struggling with their routines, you can skip all the rest of the stations. Just have them all sit down, one at a time, do their routines. But with most of the classes, it looks like they know their routines pretty well. So hopefully you can do the full lesson plan. One more note is that there's going to be a few extra days to this lesson after the entire Parents Week is finished. So please just modify the routine stations to be cartwheels and other basic skills. Good job, Brianna. For the 5-year-old class, we're going to do a little bit of a modification. They're not going to do the floor routine. So in the front of the room, they're going to do a circuit. And this is the circuit they're going to do for Parents Week, one by one. So they're going to start by the pink mat, and they're going to do clap, clap, hands back, and do their backward roll. And stretch up. Beautiful. Then they're going to put one foot inside the hula hoop, stretch nice and tall, and do a teeter-totter, finish in a lunge. Then they're going to walk down, and they're going to put one foot on one side of the purple line, the other foot on the other side. Nice big lunge. And then close the alligator's eyes and cartwheel. Stretch up. Then they're going to come onto the paw prints. Stretch up so tall, down so small, roll like a ball, and stretch up. And then they're going to come to the red mat, put their feet on the red, and do a bridge. If they have a really poor bridge, they can just do a tabletop. And we're not going to do this today because they're going to be going in a circuit, but you can explain to the kids that for Parents Week, they're going to come onto the star when they finish the circuit, and they're going to do a big salute. And then when you finish the floor circuit with the kids, you can have them all try a salute a couple of times. In the back of the room for the 5-year-olds, they might not be able to handle doing the full circuit. So if that's the case, I would recommend just having them sit on the side and one by one doing their bar routine. And then if they're behaved enough, after they finish their bar routine, you can tell them, do your beam routine by yourself, and then come back and sit down.